Okay, we are here outside the embassy of Zimbabwe where there is the Zimbabwe video going on. Right now we've almost finished for today. They're going to be singing the national anthem in a minute. Brother Gibson, is it? Mm-hmm. We've just got you from the crowd there. I want to ask you a few questions. Yeah. Why are you coming here?
I'm coming to demonstrate for that in Zimbabwe we can have freedom to do what we want to do and to make sure the present regime has been moved and then we can have a new government, which is where we had free and fair elections.
Well, you mentioned that we were trying to get the government out. Do you think that such demonstrations, such as the vigil, do you think they help?
I do think they help. There's been going on for years now, so we had seen the results and we've seen where people have been. I think one member has been to Zimbabwe and then they actually helped him to come back here when he was arrested and wanted to be beaten there. So every weekend we come here, we sing and make our voices heard.
That's right. Speaking about making our voices heard, what sort of message would you like to send to the rest of the world or to the rest of Zimbabweans back home and our fellow Zimbabweans here at the vigil?
The message that I can send to them is if we could come together and do this and make sure our voices are being heard, because at the moment they're not really being heard because it's just a few of us coming here. But if you come, the more of us we come here, the more things are going to happen, the more we're going to be heard and we can get the results from there on.
There is a wave of change going on in Africa, especially in the Arab countries. Hosni Mubarak in Egypt has been taken out. Libya also, he's fighting, but the people are standing up against him. In Tunisia, there is a wave of change. What are your thoughts on this as opposed to Zimbabwe?
If demonstrations helps the country to develop or to move forward, I don't see anything wrong with that. So if we could do that as well and make sure this government goes and then we can have a new government where people are being elected and being put there, that would be much more better for all of us. But now, so we need to be united and do the demonstrations. I think they're very good demonstrations.
Speaking about being united as Africans, there is an issue which I always ask people here. What about South Africa? They have a lot of influence. They could use that influence against Zimbabwe to help change. We are seeing right now in Libya, there's been a no-fly zone which has been set up, but this is due to the support of EU countries. What do you think about support from Africa or even from the rest of the world towards the issue of Zimbabwe?
The thing is, I think we need to make sure all other Africans know exactly what's going on or knows exactly what we are doing here as a vigil, so that they can come and join us and then we can have impact on them. Because the thing is, some of them old leaders in Africa, they still think Mugabe is alright, but as people who are in Zimbabwe, we know how bad things has been and we know how